that was my whole obsession with not watching porn. I was trying to see, I was like, how am I going to wrangle like sexual impulses and be married? It's a fucking lot to do. And most people just quietly fall by the wayside, and it's like, dude, I totally get it.
Yeah.
So I was trying to like champion it, and I was like, I won't do porn. Because I'm not like totally against porn. I just ran the experiment, and I was like, all right, kind of got what life's like without it. And I was like, I'm really into that stuff. It's like, it's hard to not watch. It's very difficult.
You're really into porn.
Yeah, it's for me. It's more. It's not. Like, I don't like. I wouldn't go to like the convention and be like, oh
No.
Yeah.
But it becomes like your routine.
It's like, exactly. It's like it was a very like drilled into like the deepest parts of my brain routine.
Totally.
When you start to break routines like that, you get all this free floating anxiety and shit. And that's what I'm interested in, just like exploring all that stuff.
I can see that very much. I was very proud of you following along with it. I was like, every day I'd see I'm still off the nog. I was like, fuck it.
Well, now I'm on a thing where I'm like, should I continue? Should I get
How
back
long did
on?
you think you were going to go? In the
A year. I wanted to do a full
wow.
year. I had to make it to August, and I fell. Because then I get in these weird holes where I'm like, I don't have like.
You're
I'm
in
not, like,
recovery, man. It's not
true.
You didn't fail.
Well, I'm not
It's
like puritanical about it. I don't have like a mission. I was like, I'm curious if I can do it, and if it is, there's a genuine payoff. And then I started getting to the point where I was like, quit coming on like the whatchamacallit. Like I'd have sex with my wife and it'd be like, bam, and I was like, all right, it's not the best either.
Yeah, that sucks.
So I was trying to find. So I'm trying to find a middle ground. I'm an extremist.
She's like, go watch some porn, you fucking prude.
Oh god. So yeah, now I'm just trying to find it from like a functional, because people latch on to like, yeah, that's demonic. And I'm like, I'm not out for that. I'm trying to find a functional way to move through the world without like my fucking prostate exploding or me like eating a hooker's ass in Vegas and like, you know,
happy medium.
risking it all.
Kreischer.
It could happen.
Bert was in here talking about how he's doing the testosterone shots with
Oh, that must have
Tom,
spiked him
and
up.
he's like, I'm jerking off like 100 times a day. I was like, I don't think I need any more boners than I like have. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess, you know, they're getting harder to come by as I get older, but they happen when I need them to happen. And I don't need
them.
You know what? I've been getting them a lot recently, and I was a little bit nervous to be in the car with you guys. I've been getting them when I'm driving recently.
Really?
Yeah. Thank God. I think my body knew enough to be like, you're with coworkers, keep your dick soft. But if I hit a long road trip, I don't know if it's like the vibration.
No, you were stressed about driving to Boston with him. You're like, I'm gonna get so fucking hard in this car.
You just ride in the back.
My brain every time Google Maps with the traffic update, he's like 10 more minutes. God, fuck it.
Damn. You just ride in the back like a Chinese emperor just fucking as hard as a rock.
We're gonna stop for gas. Can you pump it? Man? I can't get out of the car. But I don't know if it's just like a little bit of the or just my mind. You know, in the car, your phone's off. You're not.
Yeah.
It's one of the times I'm really just thinking. I don't know what it is, because sometimes it's not like I'm sitting there thinking about porn or whatever. I just.
I hear about people getting them on airplanes a lot.
Yeah.
I want to say there's a reason that I read. Like there's
your ears
actually,
pop, your dick gets hard. Yeah. It's just,
Yeah.
you gotta chew gum to get your boner out.
Tomato juice tastes better. It's the whole thing.
Yeah, no, it is. Well, for me, it's like a real interesting. The whole idea is so interesting because like dudes have never been so assaulted from every angle of like porn on the phone. Then it's like chicks walking around, no bras, ass cheeks out. It's like it is a lot from a sensory body perspective to take in and just try to like just keep cramming it. And dude, you don't realize, especially when you go off the porn. It's like, dude, like it is a big fucking deal to see a naked lady's body, and it's just on tap.
It was.
Dude, you didn't.
The most important thing that could happen to you.
You're like, if you go back like way back for like, you know, average ancestors like thousands of years ago, maybe saw 3 naked ladies. 2 of them were probably like mom and sister, and they'd be like, oh shit. Well, and then it was like you'd finally get to get the bone.
It probably was. I think in the very beginning of time, it was probably. You saw everybody naked.
True,
a lot.
all the time. It was locker room.
And then there was like, because you're hunting and just surviving. And
it's
then,
like the stairs out here. You kind of like can see guys' balls walking up the stairs. Obviously, I honored every woman with flow. I went, ma'am?
Have you ascended to the top? I will now go.
But that's a problem, by the way.
Yeah, there is. You really can. I didn't
put
think
some
about it much
fucking-
until you just said it. But
Oh,
yeah,
I-
you can really snipe
It's my.
it if you
I have
wanted to.
hunter's eyes, dude. It was periphery. I was just going, oh Jesus, all right.
So yeah, but back then
I tried to see guys' balls though. I was like, damn it, I can't see anything. See like a pube, like nice.
When do you think shame set in with nakedness? Like Adam and Eve, of course, but
yeah,
you know,
I mean, obviously day one, but
the Garden of Eden.
I-
Because it probably went from like everyone's naked all the time, nobody cares, to like don't ever show anything, to now like if it's not your asshole, I don't even care. We've seen nipples, we see thongs. We
I think
see
it was
all that shit.
Well, they had it like the early church had it kind of like vanquish like
Yeah.
paganism.
Yeah,
Because like there was like
they're
when-
partying naked by the fire and doing fucking
Yeah, and they had to be like
ceremonies and shit.
And to be fair, it's like, you know, they were like, look, guys, we can't run a society based on like just shooting jizz on each other and cutting each other's heads off. So everyone demonizes the early church. They had a good point early on. They were dealing with like really serious shit. We're like, guys, this fucking, I know you think it's awesome to come all the time, but we got to put a bottle in this just a little bit. And they went a little too extreme. This is my inner struggle right now. I'm trying to figure it out, dude. Because they had the Temple of Aphrodite. Like that was the thing when the Catholic Church started. There was dudes that be like, I can go to Catholic church and watch a guy like with a wafer and shit, or be like, there's a Temple of Aphrodite and I can go have sex with prostitutes and worship babes.
I know I'm picking.
You could go get the morning dump in real life. You could go and be like, you would go have sex with like hot ladies, and then you would eat. They had like barbecue grills outside. You'd come out and just
Hell yeah!
munch because people would offer.
Where is this? Like Greek?
Like ancient Greece, yeah, they'd offer meat to the temple, so then they would just grill it all up, and the high priests and priestesses would just sell the meat outside as like vendors.
Fuck and eat.
So you just fucking and munch
Good
BBQ.
business model.
That is
Also
a
be-
good.
Or
one.
you'd go to church and be like, "Don't fucking come." And you'd be like,
Yeah, fuck this.
But
I know my choice.
St.
But
Paul
then
did
they're
say you
also
could eat
running
the
like
meat
savages
outside.
and
St.
shit.
Paul said you could eat the meat outside the temple. That's fine. So you could munch on the fucking hooker meat, not the hookers meat, but I'm saying like,
The meat with the hookers. Yeah.
that was like a serious problem. People had to confront, and now it's been confronted, and like a lot of that did get stomped out. Where shame is a nasty residual of it, but also
Right.
like imagine no shame at all.
That's you need something to keep you in check. It's
Yeah.
almost like hangovers when you drink. Like the hangover is
Yeah.
a necessary evil because otherwise you just never fucking stop. you know?
Exactly.
Every
So
once
you
in a
need-
while, you run into someone without shame, and you're like, "How do you live?"
I mean, some
on
of
a day-to-day
these,
basis?
you go to Orchard Beach in the summer in the Bronx, and some of the bathing suits. It's just like, how do you?
It's increasing.
leave the house. Like
you
that?
can go to the
Like,
Jersey Shore. My someone I know called me and was just kind of like, dude, I was there, the whole
Sizes
fam,
of
and I'm
people,
just and I'm
you
just
know?
kind of like,
Yeah, even if, even if you're hot, to be honest.
like body wise.
oh, you're saying everyone's letting it spill out.
Yeah, I'm talking about like people. If you're hot and you do it, it's like it's inappropriate, but like I get it. But the people who
I
are
get
like
it too, actually.
disgusting, yeah. Like if I was hot, I would never have my shirt on ever and shit like that. But if like the people who are like truly like just ugly, disgusting people.
Oh, you're talking about no shame. I'm
Yeah.
talking more so about like guilt. You're talking about no shame. Just let it flow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess as long as it's not affecting anyone, it's like whatever. But you're talking about like seeing like a person in like super revealing clothing who's also just like not hot as not
It's like
super hot.
don't you say to yourself, oh my god, this
Yeah,
is
there's a
so-"
weird appeal.
But they
to that,
walk
though.
around with like the confidence. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
there can be an appeal to that though, because then you can go like, you do have huge boobs,
Yeah, I'll
And
find
huge
the good in
shoulders.
this.
Bro,
yeah.
a huge head.
Probably bench a lot.
I've become a boob guy in later in my life.
You're on the most odd journey I ever. So
There's no solving this Rubik's cube.
were you
bro.
like
It's-
were you an old school butt guy or what?
Oh,
were you
yeah.
legs? What were you? An old school day one butt guy?
legs.
We've all very much been on the train of like boobs are for kids and asses are for men.
See,
And he's regressing as
I'm
he's
the
going back
opposite.
to
I think
Benjamin
kinda nice.
Button over
I
here.
think there are some things that happen as you become an adult and you mature, and they're like, I was thinking about them just the other day, and they're like,
Thinking about boobs?
I was thinking about it was, you know what inspired the whole thing was fucking what's her name, the Olsen sister, Elizabeth Olsen. Do you see Elizabeth Olsen recently?
She got
out.
She was on
huge
some.
boobs?
Pull that up. Elizabeth Olsen was on some red carpet recently where it was just like, holy mother.
I thought they looked like gulag
No,
survivors for a
Elizabeth's
while.
the sister who like is in Marvel movies and stuff like that.
Oh.
The twins
Not the
are
twins.
Yeah, the twins are, NYU girl smoking cigarettes still, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
But
they're like
the-
heroin chic.
Elizabeth
I'm gonna pull up
Olsen was
Rosebud Baker instead and look at her giant tits.
The,
What am I? The Guardians, maybe? No, that's Civil War. What was she in?
I forget. It was just some low cut thing, and I was like, "Oh."
I'm gonna write Elizabeth Olsen tits. I'm just gonna go for it. I mean, yeah.
No, I mean that's there. But I was thinking about other things that just like happen when
that
you're like,
can't be real.
That's
Let me
the
see.
one
Let
right
me
there.
That cannot be
That's the
real.
one.
That's not real. We would know if that's
That's the other
no
Olsen sister?
fucking way.
She was in a basement of the Full House the whole time,
Guess what?
dude.
I got 2 new converts over to my fucking church right now, don't I?
No. This says deviant art. That means it's gonna be.
Oh, you
like,
fell for AI, dude.
Yeah, you got AI. You know what?
Never mind, I'm out.
It's coming for all of us.
He's been talking about AI is not gonna. It's gonna be fine. You just got got.
I've
got
always-
by the Pope and the fucking tits.
I've
man.
always said you can get me, and then once I know I don't care anymore, now I'm off the
Fair
Elizabeth
enough.
Olsen train.
Are they? Are they? So that's not. First of all, I'm blown away. There's another Olsen sister. I didn't know this, so that's big.
I
Yeah.
think when I first found that out, that
and
was,
she's killing it. She was in Marvel Vision, WandaVision,
Man,
and
she just really sat back.
she's in that
yeah,
HBO.
right.
yeah.
She waited. She just fucking. She's like,
was
laid
the
down
other-
Bell
by
in the
all
gap.
accounts, she seems like a normal functioning. She does interviews and
Well,
she's
she wasn't
very,
exploited as a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I mean,
John Stamos didn't try to get her fired when she was 2. You hear that
Did he
story?
really do that?
he was like, it was kind of in a joking manner on the podcast that he told, but I think in real life it probably wasn't. He was like, get this fucking kid out of here. Like, she's crying too much. Like, we can't do this. And then the other person, they had like a stand-in or whatever, like a understudy, whatever you want to call it. And he was like, never mind, this one's worse. Bring back the other ones. But like, who knows? It could have been like, I can't, as a father, could you ever see yourself like bringing? She was a baby.
Yeah, dude.
We're not talking about child actor. She was like a goo goo gaga baby.
Yeah, dude.
And bringing them to set and being like, here you go. Like as I was watching that video clip, they had photos on the screen, and it was like John Stamos with his shirt off, posing with Michelle Tanner for like a photo shoot. I'm like, that's not your fucking niece
Dude,
or daughter in real life. That's my fucking kid, and you're just a Hollywood star taking half naked pictures with my kid.
Yeah, but
that's
that's-
fucking weird.
It's
And
also
but
not
also
a-
cut the check.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a tense environment for a baby too, because
Yeah.
you're on set and everyone's bustling. It's like human sacrifice, dude. You're like sacrificing
the
your
studio
kid.
audience might be going, oh, but the director's going like, God, we got to do it again. Fuck this.
Especially if he's like, this baby's crying way too much.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
baby's
right. It's like you
completely
hired a
stressed.
baby.
There's lights blaring its face.
We're doing a show about about a family. There's got to be babies.
Gotta be
Yeah,
a baby.
the whole
I do get it.
mad
I would
about
be
it.
like, shut that baby up. But
Also, are they going according to the baby's nap schedule too? Like the baby's napping.
That's what
They're
I'm
being
thinking.
like,
It's
well,
like-
let's halt the production for another hour. We'll wait. They're being like, get the fuck up.
At that age, it's like, a bottle at 11, a nap at 12, another bottle at 1.
Yeah.
Like, there's no time to be an actor. It's crazy.
Yeah,
My
it's fucked.
day's
I'm
full.
I guess that's why they had 2 of them. It's like, well, this one's napping, this one's on stage. And
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they
Swap
just
them,
can do a quick shot. But yeah, it's if he's saying like, yeah, babies are crying all the time, it's like, Jesus Christ.
kidding, dude.
Meanwhile, Bob Saget was like, the Jews. It's so funny. He was the most offensive guy. Is he dead now? Is he dead? He died.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, I
he
mean, he
died.
was-
Man,
that
what
was
a-
weird though. He was offensive with his humor, and then people like all of a sudden took it to mean. I think they were so like surprised by the fact that he was this Danny
Yeah,
Tanner,
yeah.
and then he was on stage talking about porn and shit. It's like, well, one is a literal actor, like a
Yeah.
literal fake role, and the other one is him on stage. He's probably somewhere. Like in the middle, like the rest of us, where he can
Yeah.
behave like a normal person in front of children, but he also likes to fuck a little bit. Like,
Yeah, true.
these people
He
were
was
like,
on
he's
the
a
show.
pervert. It's like, no, he just,
I would have paid for him like a private thing for him to give me like a DJ talk. You know when he like comes up, he's like,
Yeah,
Deej, and
on
you're
one
in the
knee.
bedroom. Yeah.
For some
I'm on the
fucking
bed
reason.
like, they're just being so fucking mean.
dude,
to me.
he kind of, so he came on the show a few times, probably like 3 times, and he sent me a DM once after we like sold out some show, and he was just like, I want you to know, like, I'm really proud of you. Like, it was
really nice to
That's really nice.
He's
Got a
one
Danny
of the
Tanner talk.
he's one of the
You
few
did.
guests we've had like who like kept in touch and stuff like that, and it wasn't over the top. It wasn't like we were like we had any real relationship. But I was like, dude, that was really nice, Bob. Thank you very much for saying that.
Go write a song about it.
Yeah.
Make a little acoustic tribute to Dead Bob.
That was one of those ones too when he died. I was like, was like, I could tweet this out and be like, he's a really nice guy, but then it was like, well, then it's making the death about me.
I know.
So I just didn't. And
Yeah.
saved it for a podcast
that was
5 years later.
That was the first
Good
one.
move.
That was the first
Like the
one
other
where I
Olsen
remember
sister.
being I remember being like, I could actually do one of these, like, share a nice story about him because he's, knock on wood, we haven't had anybody else die.
Yeah.
But I think I did do it, but because I was like, I overthought it this way, that way. I'm like, just fucking do it,
Yeah.
But anyway, I know you got to get the shit.
Yeah, it gets dropped from everyone's minds anyway. I'm like, should I? It's like people will forget.
That's
Yeah,
what I mean.
yeah,
Like it's like when people, when some people don't want you to know their birthday. It's like, it's your birthday. Just say it's your birthday.
Why do people not want to?
You know what I mean? Like when it's like you don't want to be known
Certainly,
as the
I've
person
never
who
heard a woman
celebrates
do
your
this.
birthday.
Sorry, I've never heard of that before. I'm usually
definitely not
reminded to
coming
the
from the
point.
women.
I'm usually mentally bludgeoned by the fact.
Birthday month. Fuck out of here.
Dude, by the way, before we let you go, I went to the Eagles game with your brother.
Oh yeah, we got to talk a little
Big
Billy
Bill.
McCusker real quick.
Yeah.
Big Bill.
Wait, I texted you about this, but we met someone at the bar who talked about the McCusker Compound, as they called it. Did you
Yeah.
guys call it that, or the neighborhood called it that?
It was called. People would be like, "It's a compound." Then we adopted that for ourselves. After people were like, "Oh, you live in a compound?" We're like, "Yeah, I guess it is a compound."
It was you, and then like your uncles and cousins and shit were like next door.
Yeah.
Attached
So
house
it
or
was
something like
it was so my dad and my dad's brother bought land, and they just built two houses, and it was kind of
that. This is
rural.
in Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah, and eventually it was in Delaware County, it was in Garnet Valley, but then it got like people started developing there like years after we had been there. So it was just a house, my dad, 6 kids, and then my cousins, his brother, and they were both one of 10 kids, by the way. So then my dad had 6 kids, his brother had 10 kids, and we just lived on this like plot of land.
One woman, one mom,
Yeah.
10 kids.
Yeah, man.
She was either pregnant, feeding, or taking care of kids for like the rest, like her whole life.
They
Just like a never-ending.
Dude, and historically women have been pregnant or rearing children for about
half their life.
over half, yeah.
Holy.
Yeah, historically that's been
fucking
yeah,
Christ.
it's pretty nuts when you think about that.
Okay, so
then
so
most of
Billy
them
was
would
in
die
that mix.
childbirth. So Billy was
yeah.
in. So we all just got it was just 16 kids running around this like plot of land, like a rural area.
But it's like it's 16 McCuskers,
Yeah.
not 16 kids. 16 McCuskers. It's an
Mutants,
important
dude.
distinction.
Mutants.
Yeah.
But it was Billy. I forget what Billy does, but he came and he had the work boots on, and
Yeah, he was doing demolition or he was doing trash. Yeah,
he had the jeans on. He was what like I think what men want to picture men as, where he's just talking, and I was like, oh, I bet he's a big football guy. And I was like, what do you think about the Eagles this year? It was week 2. It was Monday Night Football. We went with like Shane, fucking O'Connor, all that. And then Billy just looks at me and he just goes, dude, if you can name more than 3 guys on a football team, you're gay.
When I heard that, bro,
It's mutants.
it's like he's such a man. He's so tough. That sports is gay. Like that's incredible.
It was like an eye-opening thing. I was like, oh, that's right. Men don't care about sports, dude. It's like it's boys who want to
busy
be
earning and
who are like big into
It's
sports.
only because our dad didn't watch sports.
Yeah.
So we just never got exposed to it. And like
Right.
we just people are like, yo, how the Phillies looking? I'm like,
I don't
I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's like I support you and enjoying it, and I'll watch it with you, but I don't give a fuck at all. Like I don't care at all. And dude, I get
good way
like
to
trapped
be,
in
bro.
conversations, and it's like
I'm
I
sure
get,
because everyone just assumes, you know.
well, it spikes conversations with strangers because they're like, hey, the fucking Devil Rays are looking good. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man. Like, do you want to talk about pre-Christian Greece? Like, no, not at all. And I'm like, we're at an impasse then.
This relationship will go no further. All right, we wrap up. This is a new thing we're doing. Can you give us, and I think you're going to be a good candidate for this, I hope. Can you give us a fun fact?
Ooh, a fun fact. Spiders. Do you know spiders nurse their young on milk? Yeah, spiders.
Spiders produce milk?
Spiders produce a milk-like substance.
They got titties?
Yes, and they nurse their many.
They're little baby
spiderettes.
spiders?
Yes, you know that.
I do not.
You had that just ready there.
My cousin called me the other day and hit me with it. He's like, "Dude, you know spiders milk?"
Imagine
Why-
you're like, oh, it's
Shout out Hoss. Shout out Hoss, dude. Hoss hit me up.
That's so fucking funny.
Spiders milked it.
Like the only thing he said, like that was the
that
reason
was
he
all
called
we had
you.
to talk about. Yeah, that was on the docket, dude.
It's one thing if it's like, yo, we got to plan the family reunion. Oh, by the way, I saw this thing on TV. Just to be like, spiders milk their young.
He hit the line. Thank God he did, because I don't know what else I would have said.
Really? I feel like you would have a bunch of them.
Could
Well,
we
yeah,
consume
you're-
it? Like some could we consume it?
You could probably drink spider milk.
Spider milk?
What do you think? Is
Well,
it
it'd have to
venomous?
be a fucking massive spider to produce enough for
But
a
what if we just
human
killed
to-
a bunch of spiders
shot.
and drink their milk?
But I'm saying
get them
like,
pregnant first, then
like,
kill
like a.
That's a more difficult task. I killed a lot of spiders in my day. I haven't fucked one yet.
Ew, a wolf spider. Yeah.
All spiders do this?
I think only a certain amount, but I'm not sure. I think there's
So is the spider a mammal?
not a mammal
because it
it's
has
a
eggs.
non-mammal, but it
But it
produces
does
milk.
eggs.
Yeah,
It does milk.
pretty crazy.
And the big ones or the small ones? Because that's what I'm saying. Like a small one would make like a drop of milk. So
Yeah.
like those ones in
But it's-
Australia,
babies
it's like
are
turning
fine.
out a fucking 16-ounce can.
If a fucking almond's making milk, like
Yeah, don't even get me started on that. I don't know how that shit works.
why
How do you get from a fucking almond to a glass of milk? I don't get.
Why haven't we explored spider milk?
I'm not drinking spider milk.
I would drink spider milk.
That would be nasty, dude.
It's 4 times as nutritious.
What? Yeah, here's the question. The question is, if I drink it, can I?
4 times the protein?
Yeah, will I become Spider-Man?
Sugar typically found in cows.
And 4 times the sugar too? I bet it's just delicious.
Oh, it's
Do-
Fuck, so
and
good.
so you can do people though? Like, is it a thing? Like, are you looking at people like pictures and videos of them drinking?
I'm gonna be just fucking tweaking spider nipples.
Can milk anything,
You
right?
know when they get like the venom out of a
milk me.
spider? I just got
Oh, that's a
two
male spider.
fucking-
God damn it.
Two fucking milkers
Not for
hanging over a
humans.
glass.
Not for humans.
Not for humans.
Oh.
Like humans can't drink it.
Yeah, it says, well, there's a recommendation, do not drink it.
Yeah, that sounds about
I
right.
get a lot of those
There's
recommendations.
a lot of
in my line
protein.
work.
Yeah, I was like, come on. Oh, it expired. I'm drinking. All right, brother, go do the podcast,
Dude, thank you guys, man.
Thank you so
Matt's
much,
gonna head
man.
over to do Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast, which you can find everywhere, and the
Yeah.
Patreon, of course.
Yep.
And you're out on the road.
Yeah, I'm doing a special. I'm gonna do a
Oh, nice.
special.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna record it June 1st and through
Oh
the
shit,
3rd.
coming up.
Yeah,
Where
timing worked out perfectly.
Where is that?
I'm gonna do it in Philly at Helium. So,
Okay, are tickets available for that?
Yeah.
Okay,
MattMcCusker.com/dates.
MattMcCusker.com. You can watch him record his special. I'm sure it's gonna kill you. It must have been a fun few years for you.
Yeah, it's been a
I
blast.
mean,
It's
I'm
getting
sure as soon
more
as
and more
Shane
fun.
popped, it was kind of like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Like,
that
this
was
is
like
gonna work now. Like this
that was
podcast
surreal
is-
for a while. That was
Yeah.
kind of like because I'm used to things just like completely exploding in my face. So I was like, it's coming, and then I was like,
Yeah.
might
Were you
be
doing
not.
like a day job and then
Yeah, I was painting. I would paint houses, and then
and you were doing comedy in the podcast,
Comedy
kind of just like
podcast.
making a little extra cash.
a couple little side hustles.
And then
here
all of a
there.
sudden it's like
yeah, no,
number one Patreon and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
Crazy.
Whoa.
Good for you guys, man. It's incredible.
Thank you, man.
All right, bro. See you next time. All right, big thanks for watching. If you made it through this whole episode, that means you should be subscribed. There's so many of you out there who watch and don't subscribe, so make sure you are a KFC Radio subscriber. Make sure you get all the content when it drops. Click that button now.
I have 9 fingers. I'm still subscribed. It's that easy.